Good day everyone. Today we see about complementary MOSFET, CMOS. In CMOS we will be seeing the NOT, NAND and NOR gates. In the first place, what is CMOS? CMOS stands for complementary MOSFET, where MOSFET is metal oxide semiconductor, that is field effect transistor, MOSFET. CMOS consists of two types, that is PMOS as well as NMOS. PMOS stands for P-channel MOSFET, NMOS stands for N-channel MOSFET. That means the channel that of conduction is P-type in PMOS and N-type in NMOS. So the carriers would be holes in P-type and electrons in N-type. The symbol used for this is NMOS, this is the symbol, and for PMOS the difference is that there is a bubble in addition to the symbol of NMOS. Let us talk about some basic characteristics of NMOS and PMOS before actually going into the gates. We need to understand this much in order to understand the working of the NOT, NOR and NAND gates. For an NMOS, this is the symbol. As you can see, it has three terminals. The fourth terminal is not shown here. The fourth terminal is actually called the bulk, B, bulk. In addition to that, you have source, drain and gate terminals. You see, when the applied voltage at the gate is equal to 1, logic 1 means it is actually a positive voltage. When the applied voltage at the gate is logic 1, NMOS becomes on and it acts like a closed switch. You see, this is a closed switch. If the applied voltage is equivalent to a logic 0, that means a negative voltage, then the NMOS is off. That means it acts as an open switch. PMOS, when the applied voltage at the gate is 0, the PMOS is on and it acts as a closed switch. When the applied voltage at the gate is equivalent to a logic 1, that is a positive voltage, the PMOS will become off and it will become like a open switch. We are talking about enhancement MOSFET here. The fact that it is an enhancement MOSFET means that it is normally off. You need to apply a voltage at the control voltage at the gate in order to turn it on or off. That is why the situation here and here arises, wherein you have to apply a logic 1 or a 0 to keep the NMOS on or off, or the PMOS on or off. So let us remember this much, that a logic 1 turns on NMOS and a logic 0 turns on PMOS. A little more in detail for NMOS, when the NMOS is on, that is the switch is closed, it is conducting. And when you apply a 1 at the source end, it will conduct through the NMOS and will be available at the other end. But you see, when you apply a logic 1, you are actually applying full voltage VDD. And what voltage is applied? This acts as a pass transistor. When the applied voltage is VDD, what happens is, it will not pass VDD fully. What you get at the other end is VDD minus VTH. That means there is a drop in voltage from VDD. Hence, we call it a weak one. A strong one would be full VDD. Any deduction from VDD will make it a weak one. Okay. In the same way, if you want to pass a 0, logic 0, you are actually passing a negative voltage, which is perfect. The ideal case of logic 0 is VSS supply. That is a negative supply of MOSFET. When a VSS or 0 is applied at the source end, it is supposed to conduct, since it is on, as gate is equal to 1, it is supposed to conduct and you are supposed to get a VSS at the drain end. And in case of NMOS, you actually get the complete VSS at the drain end. So VSS is equivalent to logic 0. This logic 0 is a strong 0. Therefore, VSS is obtained at the other end and that is a strong 0. In conclusion, I can say that NMOS passes a strong 0 or a perfect 0 and a weak 1. Okay. So NMOS is preferred to pass zeros. NMOS is preferred when you want to pass a logic 0. In the same way, PMOS is on when you apply logic 0 at the gate. When you apply logic 0 at the gate, it becomes on and it acts like a closed switch. Now, when it is on and you apply VDD or a logic 1 at the source end, this is supposed to conduct since it is on, and you get a perfect VDD without any reductions, and therefore it is a strong 1. So you can say that PMOS actually passes a strong 1. And in case of, if you want to pass logic 0, that is VSS is applied, you see that VSS plus VTH. If the applied voltage is 0 volt, then what you get at the drain end is VSS plus VTH. So that is logic 0 still, but it is a weak 0. So in conclusion, I can say that PMOS passes a strong 1. The basic structure of CMOS looks like this. Any CMOS basic structure looks like this. You have a VDD supply and a VSS supply. And in order to pull up the output, that means in order to get the output equal to 1, you use a PMOS network. That means whenever the output is a logic 1, you get it through the PMOS network. From the VDD through the PMOS network. That's how you get a logic 1. In order to get a logic 0, that is output will be pulled down to VSS. Okay. When you want to get a logic 0, output will be pulled down to VSS. For that, you use a NMOS network. Now, why are we doing this? Why are we using PMOS as pull up? Because just as we saw right now, PMOS passes a strong 1 and NMOS passes a strong 0. So, naturally, in order to get logic 0, you would pass it through NMOS, ideally. And in order to get 1 as output, you would pass it through a PMOS, naturally. The inputs are applied in common to both PMOS as well as NMOS. If you have n number of inputs, the n inputs are applied to n PMOS transistors as well as n NMOS transistors. Okay. Now let us take the equivalent circuit of any CMOS structure. You have the VDD, you have the VSS, and then the PMOS network and the NMOS network. The input is applied to both the PMOS network as well as the NMOS network. PMOS and NMOS, when they are off, they act as an open switch, and when they are on, they act as a closed switch. So I have drawn the equivalent circuit with both open switches by default. What happens is when you apply the input here, if PMOS network turns on, if the input is 0, then the PMOS turns on and the PMOS will turn on. And when the PMOS turns on, it acts like a closed switch. When it is a closed switch, current will flow through the closed switch and output you will get a logic 1. This is the first case. You notice that the NMOS structure is off, therefore no current will flow through the NMOS structure. If you take the case of output 0, that means if input applied is such that the MOSFET turns off, PMOS turns off and the NMOS turns on. Okay, logic 1 turns on the NMOS. And if then the NMOS will act as a closed switch. A closed switch meaning the current will find a path through the NMOS to VSS. Therefore, output will be equal to logic 0. You notice that the PMOS structure is off. Therefore, no current will flow through the pull-up network. If you compare the two cases, you understand that either the PMOS network or the NMOS network, only either one of them will be on at the same time. No, both of them will never be simultaneously on. This is a big advantage of CMOS structure. Let us consider the first gate, that is the CMOS NOT gate. We know the symbol of CMOS NOT gate. It looks like this. That is the input 1, the output will be negated or inverted. You get an output of 0. If the input is 0, it is negated or inverted and the output is 1. When the input is applied, this is the circuit. The input is applied common to one PMOS transistor as well as one NMOS transistor. M1 is the PMOS and M2 is the NMOS transistor. Let us take the two cases separately. When the input is equal to 1, what happens? The PMOS will become, when input is equal to 1, PMOS will become off because logic 1 turns off the PMOS. When input is equal to logic 1, the NMOS turns on. NMOS gate equal to logic 1 turns on the NMOS. Therefore, M2 acts as a closed switch and M1 acts as a open switch. Therefore, the output will be pulled down to VSS, which is a logic 0. So, you had applied a logic 1 and you got a logic 0 at the output. This is what an inverter does and it is verified for that case. In the next case, when you apply an input of 0, then you apply a 0 here, input is 0. This 0 turns on the PMOS and turns off the NMOS. In this case, the M1 transistor is on and the output is pulled up to VDD, giving a logic output of 1. M2 is off and therefore no current flows in that direction. So in the second case, you see when you applied a logic 0, you got a logic 1. This is exactly what a NOT gate does. It is verified with the truth table of the NOT gate, in which you apply 1, get 0 at the output, apply 0 and get 1 at the output. Okay. The next gate in line is CMOS NAND gate. You see in the CMOS NAND gate, this is the structure. You have two NMOS transistors in series in the pull-up circuit and two PMOS transistors in parallel in the pull-up circuit. And the truth table that needs to be satisfied is as shown here. That is 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0 input, the output is 1. And in 1, 1 case, the output is 0. Let us see if it satisfies this truth table or it conforms with this truth table or not. Let us verify whether it conforms with the truth table. Okay. You see A and B are applied to two PMOS transistors which act as switches. That is the equivalent circuit that I have drawn here. They act as two switches. And you see A and B at the pull down network, there also they act as switches. Let us take the first case where A is equal to 0 and B is equal to 0. When A is 0 and B is 0, this is the case, A is 0, B is 0. In that case, this is on, M2 is also on. Yes, in that case, the switches will be closed. PMOS on, therefore switches are closed. A0, M3 and M4 will be off, and therefore A and B, these two will remain off, and therefore no current can flow in this direction. Therefore, the output will be pulled up to VDD and the logic output that you get is a 1. Second case, A is equal to 0 and B is equal to 1. Let's see. A equal to 0 and B is equal to 1. When A is 0, M1 is on, B is 1, so M2 is off, M3 off because gate voltage is logic 0, M4 on. The equivalent circuit would look like this, M1 on, so close switch, M2 off, open, M3 off, open, M4 on, close. You see there is no path from the output to VSS because the path is broken by the open switch M3. But when you look at the pull-up network, you see that there is a path like this for the pull-up network. Therefore, output will be pulled up to logic 1. Okay. The third case, what we get is A is equal to 1, B is equal to 0. Let's apply that. A is equal to 1 and B is equal to 0. M1 is off because it's a PMOS. M2 is on. Here, M3 on, M4 off. Applying it to the switch equivalence, this is off, M1 off, M2 on, close the switch, M3 on, close the switch, M4 off, leave it open. For the pull down network, once again, the connection is broken because of the M4 open switch, but the pull up network, you see there is a path from output through M2 to VDD, so output is pulled up to logic 1. All three cases of 0, 0, 0, 1 and 1, 0 case yields an output of logic 1. This actually conforms with our truth table. So far, so good. The final case is A is equal to 1 and B is equal to 1. So let us apply A1 and B1 at the NMOS and PMOS transistors. When A is equal to 1, PMOS off, so M1 remains off. M2 also remains off, the switches are open. M3, NMOS is on. These two are off. M3 on, M4 on. So let's close the switches of M3 and M4. Finally, you see that there is a connection from the output pull down to VSS. Therefore, the output becomes logic 0. Output is equal to logic 0. This conforms with the truth table that we saw earlier. You see, these three cases we got an output of logic 1 in our verified circuit. And in the final case, we got, in the input is 1, 1, I got an output of 0. Does it conform? Yes. Therefore, our circuit works as a NAND gate. Correct? The next gate is CMOS NOR gate. This is the structure of CMOS NOR gate. You see that the NMOS transistors are in parallel and the PMOS transistors are in series. Now, these NMOS transistors, the NMOS transistors, let us verify whether the truth table works or not. A is equal to 0, B is equal to 0, 0, 0. These two are on, these two are off, and therefore switch closed and pull up. Therefore output is equal to logic 1. Correct. Next case 0 1 0 1, this is closed and this is closed. Okay, therefore I have an output path pulled down to VSS. Output is equal to logic 0. Output is equal to logic 0. The final case 3, A is equal to 1, B is equal to 0, A equal to 1, B is equal to 0. This is not the final case. The second last case, you see that these two transistors will be closed. Again, I have a path like this to VSS, so output is equal to 0. All these conform with the truth table so far. And finally, A equal to 1, B equal to 1. What do I get? These M1, M2 is off, M3, M4 is on. Therefore, output is equal to logic. So hence the working of NOR gate has been verified, and all three CMOS gates circuit working and the truth tables have been verified. Thank you.